and all occasions. For that special someone you love, BarbsIrisFloral.com and BarbsIrisFloralBoutique.com. Come on in and pick out of our prestigious gallery at 727 Westmont Houston Road, Houston, Texas 77038. Text 832-466-8414. Barb's Iris Floral delivers fresh flowers fast.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM. The program presented or submitted by members of our community and are a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of KNLY 91.1 FM and its affiliates.
Today with Cachet. It's Thursday and it's another exciting day. I love it when I have exciting days. I mean, well, you probably say all my days are exciting with the energy level that I have, but some are a little bit more exciting. And today's exciting because I'm talking Yes to Youth, which is one of the most amazing organizations, charities here in our community that I am so happy to be a part of. And I have an amazing individuals in the studio this morning, the beautiful and amazing Patty Ravella. Welcome, welcome. As well as Jamie. Jamie, is it Denoa? Pronounce your last name for me. I don't want
Parker.
to. Parker. Okay, got it wrong. Sorry. But anyway, first of all, I have to address these flowers. Patty, are you kidding me? Really? Because okay, so
I know you love flowers.
First of all, peonies are my favorite. Okay, and I don't know if you knew that or not, but this is so beautiful.
I'm so glad that you love them.
I have to address that. That is so amazing. So we can share these. We'll all share these this morning. Thank you so much. But anyway, I want to talk a little bit about, obviously, while we're here this morning, Yes to Youth is actually working on a campaign and capital campaign to raise significant funds that are needed dearly to build a new shelter for the children out there. Obviously, there's been a shelter for many years out there, and you can chime in on this, Patty, but right now, their goal is to build an amazing new shelter for the children so that, as you can see up there on the screen if you're viewing, that is the current existing shelter that that is out there right now. And the goal is to build a shelter.
Well, the goal is we're building two new shelters. Cottages.
Okay.
We'll keep the building that you just saw. It'll now look like this, what's currently on the screen. It'll have this really welcoming entrance with a circle drive.
Wow.
But there'll be two new buildings that will be cottages, a cottage for girls and a cottage for boys. And currently we have 15 residents at our shelter, but with the new expansion, we will be able to have 15 girls and 15 boys. So we'll be doubling our numbers. And with us today, Jamie is the director. I'm a volunteer. I'm on the board.
Oh, you're more than that. Come on, Patty.
And I'm the
Patty is Yes to Youth.
The capital campaign.
Okay.
But Jamie is the director of the shelter, and she is doing such a tremendous job with these kids.
Thank you.
Well, welcome. So, Jamie, tell us a little bit about your background. I know, obviously, Patty is a dear friend of mine, so this is just like us just talking and having lunch, but tell me a little bit more about you and what, to her point, what you're doing and what's that like?
So I've been the director over at Bridgeway for a little over a year now. I've worked out there for over 3 years, been with the agency for 5.
Wow.
And so this is really near and dear to my heart, these kids that we work with. A little bit about the shelter. We are a 15-bed facility, although I'll be honest with you, I don't really like the word facility because what we try to create out there, if you drive up, is a home.
Yeah.
And so we're the family that they've never had, the house they've never had.
Wow.
We try to create that kind of atmosphere for them. We have primarily kids who are in the CPS system, so they are there because of something that's been done to them, not because of anything that they've done.
Right.
And so the moment they walk through our doors, we start to try to build the relationship and start the process of walking them back from their head to their heart,
Wow.
just to start the better life.
That's amazing. And yes, as everyone knows, if you don't know, I've been out there several times and love going to that shelter. This will be so huge, what y'all are doing and working on. I can't say enough. And what is kind of where you're at right now with it? And obviously, give us some insight to the kind of the plan and how people can help and be a part of this.
I'm so excited to tell you. As soon as I leave here, I'm actually driving back there to meet our contractor. Woo! We're going to walk the grounds together for the first time. We'll be breaking ground actually on June 13th, and we will have our groundbreaking on the 20th.
Okay.
So we're very
excited.
What time is that? And at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And so, again, you can come to the shelter. We'll be having shovels in the ground, ready to go. We are very excited just because I can honestly tell you just yesterday I had to turn down over 30 resident youth in Texas who were needing placement because we just didn't have the space available. And so this will open up so many doors for the youth.
Well, you know, it's interesting you say that. You hear so much on the news and just the statistics alone about how this CPS office has children staying inside they are sleeping in the own office because there's nowhere to go. We've got to make sure a facility, as you said, or a home is built to do this. I mean, we just can't accept that.
Right.
We can't have this as a society where people and children are sleeping in a CPS office. That's unacceptable.
It's unacceptable. I get calls all night, every night, from caseworkers who tell me they have children in the office that need a place to stay. Sometimes we have the space, we can bring them in the middle of the night, and unfortunately, sometimes we just don't. Just last month, I turned down 192 kids.
And, you know, and I'm going to speak out to our community, the Woodlands, which is such an amazing community that we live in. It's such a giving community. And there's so many causes out there that are so important. But when you think about a child and you think about development and you think about that future of that individual, this is one of the most important charities out there in our community and as a world. And if we can't help our children, we are, as a community and as a world, we're going to be lost. And so I think when we think about giving and we think about supporting, this is where it starts. And if it doesn't start here, then I don't know really where to begin.
Well, to me, as a mom myself, it starts in our home. You know, we care for our children. We know, we make sure that they're fed, that they have clean socks, clean underwear. Imagine what Jamie does. I have 3 children, plus I just had a foreign exchange student. Yes. And, it was so much fun, but also a lot of work to make sure that I'm doing it right. What does she need for homework? What does she need for medical care? Now, multiply that times 15.
Wow.
And that's what Jamie and her staff do on a daily basis. Some of the kids come in and they might have some things, but some of the kids come in with just the clothing on their back. And then the weather changes. Do they have a sweater as it's cold? Do they have mittens?
It's just so much.
As they're, what do they need for the doctor's office? What do they need for a dental care? Jamie and her amazing staff provide that and provide such a warm, welcoming atmosphere. It's just a privilege to be a part of what you do.
That's amazing. We're going to take a quick commercial, and when we come back, I want to talk about what it looks like from a financial perspective and helping to do what you do and how much need is there and how we can help as a community in getting that support. We'll take a quick commercial and we'll be right back.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
It's time to be super again. It's beach season. Killer abs.
For any maintenance needs on your commercial or personal vehicle, EVG Lone Star Service specializes on European, Asian, and domestic vehicles. We can assist you with wheel alignments, tire balance, AC services, computer and electric diagnostic, and more. We're located at the corner of 1230 Aldine Mail Route and Reeston Road in Houston 77039. Our phone number is 936-344-1672, or you can find us on our webpage www.evglss.com. EVG Lone Star. If it's got wheels, we can fix it.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
For fresh flowers fast, call Barb's Iris Floral at 281-820-2294 with excellent customer service since 1983 for weddings, funeral services, sweet 15s, corporate events, and all occasions. For that special someone you love, barbsirisfloral.com and barbsirisfloralboutique.com. Come on in and pick out of our prestigious gallery at 727 Westmont Houston Road, Houston, Texas 77038. Text 832-466-8414. Barb's Iris Floral delivers fresh flowers fast.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
This is E.L. Crane of Real Estate U here each and every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on 91.1 FM The Boss. Remember, that's Real Estate U. Insightful, informative, and a little humor tossed in. Real Estate U, listening live, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. each and every Saturday at 91.1 The Boss.
Do you feel that your energy costs are unnaturally high? Do you want to fortify your building and keep it strong and secure for years to come? Then NRG Spray Foam Installation is the answer you're looking for. Our unique foam installation is made to help our customers save in energy, prevent gas, air, and moisture infiltration, as well as helping with general stability in your building structure. Call us at 713-936-3021 or visit us online at nrgfoam.com for more information. NRG Spray Foam. Building green, living green.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
Good morning and welcome to Today with Cachet. It's Thursday. We're here in the Woodlands, Texas, and we're talking about an exciting topic here this morning, Yes to Youth, and the amazing things that are going on there. So I have in the studio this morning with me both Jamie and Patty talking all about it. So before commercial, Jamie, we were talking briefly about, you were saying, hey, you've got 15 children that are there and it's ongoing, all the needs that go behind that. I mean, you think about day to day. Take me from a kind of a cost perspective of what that's like on a bigger scale and how much support you're thinking you probably really need to kind of help facilitate not only just day to day, but to help this campaign and build that shelter that's needed for those children.
Well, if you kind of like back to what Patty was saying before the commercial break, if you think about what you spend on your own child annually, times that by 15, added to the cost of a lot of times when these youth come to us, they're wearing the clothes on their back and that's all they have.
Right.
So we kind of have to start from day one, start back. And so we're getting school supplies, we're getting backpacks, we're getting pajamas, socks, anything you can think of, but we're also going to the eye doctor for the first time, so we need glasses. We're going to the dentist for the first time, so we're filling cavities, we're getting braces, we're going to the doctor. So this is the first time a lot of these kids have had physicals, had vaccines. It takes a while for our kids to actually get into the system to get the Medicaid that they get, so we have to pay for those costs up front.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, we get reimbursed for that, but those are still upfront costs that we have to do.
To incur. And, and people need to also realize 15 children at that time. Then it's 15 more new children. And then it's 15. It doesn't stop.
And CPS does help us with the cost of raising the kids. But I believe, and I may have this not quite right, but I think the reimbursement from CPS is $127 a day, something like that.
That's it.
But I know that our cost on average is more than $220. That's where we're building for the capital campaign, and that's that's just the bricks and mortar and making sure that we have these new buildings and the
right home for the children
and furnishing them. But this is where we have our gala that's coming up on
when's that coming?
September 21st.
Okay.
And Michelle Maggart and Katrina Savage are amazing chairs, and it's going to be really so beautiful.
September 21st, Saturday.
Their theme this year is Ignite Their Light. I'm just going to hold that up. It's just going to be so beautiful. we are. I'm just in awe of these amazing.
You know
women.
what you should do? Okay, I'm a runner. We all know that. I've been wanting to do. I have this vision as here I go, a 5K, like a nice 5K run that would, raise significant funds. The community could become an annual thing for a charity. This would be great. Like,
Cachet, you are so psychic.
no,
Working on a
seriously,
run. We are working on a run. It is coming up. Would you consider?
I don't know. I'll have to check. Of course I would.
Oh, that is.
Can I run it? Can I be a part?
miracle.
Seriously, yeah. So that's another. So different initiatives. I'm sure that throughout the year, obviously you have the galas, you have golf tournament. Just thinking of different ways people can support.
Absolutely.
Now let's look at it from
Our golf tournament is going to be amazing this year in November, and it's going to be for the first time at Carlton Woods.
Woo!
Very exclusive.
Whoa. And I can try to play
Fun
golf.
ways to.
I'm actually not so bad at golfing anymore, so I just certainly don't mind. I've been out on the tournament before. It's a wonderful tournament, so it'll be nice. But back to the point. So the capital campaign has been going on for quite some time, and I don't know if there is a certain amount where we're at. But as a community, did we need to get to what kind of
Our
supports?
our entire campaign is just a little over $4 million.
Okay.
I'm really excited to tell you that we are doing very well with
Yay.
that, and we have enough funding to begin the groundwork.
Yes.
And we definitely have covered all the expenses for the girls' building.
Yay.
With a generous private donor. We protect our donors. So some people want to go, yes, I want to name this, and that is really lovely.
Of course.
And other people, it's like, we want to be, it's different
It
people.
depends
Some
on how you
people
want to
are
give.
outgoing.
Like sometimes I give and I
and-
put my name out. Sometimes I don't put my
Yeah.
name out.
Yeah.
That's just people. That's your choice.
But so we still are looking for donors, and there's naming opportunities. The grounds itself, one of the neat stories about Bridgeway, about our shelter, is that the land itself was donated by Michelle and Jeff Maggart,
Which is amazing.
from his golf winnings. And
wow.
Jeff Maggart is
golfer?
a professional golfer, and he is sponsoring the golf tournament this year, and his
is
wife is
awesome.
doing the gala. It's
Which is
just
awesome.
I mean, it's such a history of giving. We're
Yeah.
very, very appreciative of so many people who have made this possible over so
And
many years.
what I try to remind people too when I'm talking about the capital campaign is it goes beyond the building. We also have to have funds to operate. And so we will be doubling in youth, which means we'll also be doubling in staff.
Okay.
And so we're really just so excited about this amazing blessing.
And so for people out there who want to give, want to be a part of one of these events that are going on, what is the best way to do that?
If you go and visit the new website, it's a beautiful website, Say Yes to Youth, and they're fantastic staff. Danette Sutting is our CEO. Laura Starsick is the amazing development director, and they can help you if you have a specific way. You can give a lot of ways. We have cash donations, credit card donations, ongoing commitments, in-kind donations. We're needing various things for the new shelter. If that you want to fund a part of it, or even ongoing service, it's just been really wonderful. The individuals who
And
have
I've
stepped
seen
forward.
it grow. I mean, just in the time that I have been a part of the organization and helping out, it has done a tremendous amount of growing and changes in such a positive way. It's so exciting to see it, and the support behind it the community's doing. And obviously, again, as you say, it's like our lives. Do I eat just twice a year? No, I don't. I eat every day.
Yeah.
So even though, the support is there and it's beautiful, there's never enough, and we have to always continue
Yeah, we
to
have
support
such
it. Yeah.
wonderful support in our community,
Yeah.
and Yes to Youth has been around for 40 years.
It's crazy. At some amount of years. Wow.
Most of that time, it was called Montgomery County Youth Services.
Right.
And there was an issue. A lot of people thought that we were a government agency, and the name wasn't as engaging. And in addition to the counseling, the shelter services we provide, we have 6 locations that we provide free counseling so that we can intercede before anyone ever needs the shelter services.
Right.
And that's a huge part of our program. And we have a 1-800 number that is answered night and day for crisis counseling.
This is amazing.
It's such a big organization, but the new name Yes to Youth is so dynamic.
You wanted people to know, because some people have asked the question, well, what's Montgomery County Youth Service? What's Yes to Youth? So you think about 40 years, things evolve. I mean, so such as the name and to hint us what happened there. We're going to take another quick commercial. When we come back, I want to dig into more about what type of, to your point, services that this organization is doing for schools and for the kids and for our community, and some of the ways that changes have been made. So we'll take another quick commercial and we'll be right back.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your fusion radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
It's time to be super again. It's beach season. Killer abs.
For any maintenance needs on your commercial or personal vehicle, EVG Loan Store Service specializes on European, Asian, and domestic vehicles. We can assist you with wheel alignments, tire balance, AC services, computer and electric diagnostic, and more. We're located at corner of 1230 Aldine Mail Route and Reeston Road in Houston 77039. Our phone number is 936-344-1672, or you can find us on our webpage www.evglss.com. EVG Loan Star. If it's got wheels, we can fix it.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
For fresh flowers fast, call Barb's Iris Floral at 281-820-2294 with excellent customer service since 1983 for weddings, funeral services, sweet 15s, corporate events, and all occasions. For that special someone you love, barbsirisfloral.com and barbsirisfloralboutique.com. Come on in and pick out of our prestigious gallery at 727 Westmont Houston Road, Houston, Texas 77038. Text 832-466-8414. Barb's Iris Floral delivers fresh flowers fast.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
Xavier Academy is a full-service, accredited private school offering personalized curriculum and extraordinarily low student-to-teacher ratio. We emphasize academic success, personal growth, and social skills in a rich and stimulating environment. Xavier Academy The Woodlands offers summer school tutoring and credit recovery through the end of July. Our website, www.xavieracademy.org or 713-389-5545.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
Good morning and welcome back to Today with Cachet. It's Thursday. We're here in the Woodlands, Texas, and we're talking all about Yes to Youth this morning and the amazing things going on with the organization. And I have the lovely Patty and Jamie in the studio with me this morning. So before commercial, or second commercial actually, we were talking about, the funds and the cost and all that good stuff that goes behind it. So for people out there who say, okay, I'm ready to write my check, I'm ready to get in, volunteer, I'm ready to be a part. So there's a child that's struggling in school. Okay, how does Yes to Youth help? There's a child that's homeless on the street. How does Yes to Youth help? A child who is potentially at the shelter, and how long are they there? Talk through how the process works for people out there so they can kind of get a better understanding of what they're supporting.
So starting with the shelter, when a youth comes to us, they can stay with us for 90 days.
Okay.
We are a 90-day placement, so we're an emergency shelter. We are a temporary placement for them until they can find long-term placement. Okay. So we have a lot of work to do in 90 days, if you can imagine. So, but what can happen is in those 90 days, if a CPS worker does find a placement, like a foster home or something like that, they will go ahead and discharge them because we want them to be in that long-term, and get the stability that they need in those types of placements. As far as if there's a crisis at school, Yes to Youth Montgomery County Youth Services does have a crisis response team. So let's say a tragedy unfortunately happened at a school, a death of someone, a student, an employee, something. They can call Yes to Youth and they will send out a crisis response team. We have a very good relationship with all the school counselors in Montgomery County, whether it's Conroe ISD, Montgomery ISD, Willis ISD, Magnolia ISD, New Caney. We've built those relationships, so they know that they can call us and in a heartbeat we'll be out there to support them 110%. If a child is in crisis at school, maybe they've made they're saying some suicidal ideations or something to that extent, they also know they can call us and we will send out a counselor or a crisis counselor to talk with them and then refer them back to what Patty was saying, back to our offices for long-term counseling for both the youth and the family. Wow. Or if there's needing to be treatment, we can get them to a mental health hospital and get the ball rolling there. So that's a connection with the individual. As far as a homeless youth, I get those calls almost daily. I can tell you that, and I know that's hard to think about in our county, but it's a reality. And so, what happens there is we have an amazing street outreach worker. Don't tell him I said that he was amazing, but he is amazing.
Amazing, but she didn't say it. Okay.
We have an amazing street outreach worker who works side by side with me every day, and what he does is he answers those calls 24/7. Wow. He's on, and if there is any homeless youth, he will find them. He will get them to shelter, whether it's us, to Salvation Army, wherever. He will take food, he will take water, he will take anything and everything that they need just to get them off the street.
And sometimes they are actually get to stay longer than 90 days. There was a young man, and we're very, very protective of our stories of our kids.
Oh, yes.
Because that's the first thing, is we must protect them. Like this one young man, he was in a trailer in the woods. His mother would provide him peanut butter and bread. He had no plumbing, and he was enrolled in school. And the school alerted Yes to Youth and said something's not right here. And so we went out and investigated, and sure enough, and really fostered in him. This is not. He thought he deserved this,
right.
And such a brilliant, sweet young man. And after the 90 days were up, there was, like this legality thing, but we told him, if you need us, we are there. And we were able to provide him a cell phone, and the situation, he went right back, and it was not good, and he was able to come back. And he's now in college.
Wow.
We actually, I know that we have a lot of time, but sometime I'd love to bring in some of our past residents who are now productive members. One of our sheriff's detectives grew up, and he says if it wasn't for Yes to Youth, Montgomery County Youth Services, he thinks he'd be dead.
Well, I mean, just hearing what you say, from talking about at the school level, talking about on the street level, and talking about on the daily level, this is real life. This is not just, hey, I'm going, get in a pretty dress, go to a table and give. This is real life. This is an ongoing need every day. So when you think about, and this is just me saying to you, our listeners, when you think about how can I help, when you think about how can I support, when you think about your eating, you think about you getting dressed, think about what's going on out here and think about how much support is needed. And so please, I'm just asking, please, get behind us, get behind what's going on.
Well, not only that, but even in our beautiful world where we work so hard to make everything perfect, that actually has its own drawbacks. And there's a sense of emptiness sometimes that people suffer from just life being too good, and that it's hard to have depression in a very happy, productive place where everyone's supposed to be happy.
Sure.
And actually, I feel like being involved with Yes to Youth actually helps me keep
Keeps
my
you-
world in balance.
Yes, totally, totally.
And it's just a very, and I know, you know, and Yes to Youth is there if your child is really struggling, even in this very happy place. Actually, they said there's a correlation between our high rate of suicide and how happy
I heard that.
our community is. It is hard to be
Okay,
unhappy in a
everyone,
place
we're
that-
so happy. It's a beautiful thing, but remember, go see the shelter. Stay grounded. Give back, and that's the beauty of what we have and why we have it, so we can give back. Thank you, ladies, for being on this morning, and
you.
Thank you.
everyone, have another great day.
Thank you for
Beautiful
the
flowers.
opportunity.
We'll talk to you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.